When you join, please comment and be sure and share the video tonight too for me. So tonight we're going to be doing my January mini catalog cards. So it's going to be kind of fun, doing some different stuff from the mini catalog, so you get to see some different ideas. Okay, so we're going to be out of the mini catalog, and we're actually going to be doing something out of the celebration catalog too. So hopefully everybody has gotten theirs. I know I mailed a bunch out to my customers. Like I said, if you had placed a $50 order with me within the last 6 months, I sent one out to you. So if you didn't get a catalog and you're interested in one, please private message me. So a lot of fun things. This is actually the set that I'm using for my card club this month. So if you are interested in getting in my card club, these are amazing. You get $25 of product, and you get to make 8 cards. So it's really great. It's only $38. So it's a really great deal. You have to be signed up by the 15th. So that is the one I'm using this month. So for the first card we're going to be using, we are going to be going from the mini catalog here, and this is on page 43, the Notes of Nature. So this is a really fun set. It is a bundle. So there is one item that I will die cut out for you, but you will need the stamp set, you know, to make the cards. So let's get started. So we're using Very Vanilla. So we're just going to fold this in half. When you join, please comment so I know that you've joined us. Oh, I got sticky stuff on my table here. It's on my card now. Okay, so we're just going to take a scrap piece of paper, and we're taking our Very Vanilla, and let me get my Memento pad. And so like I said, these are all cards that are from the mini catalogs that we're doing today. You know, it's really funny because I'm like, I have to start saying, okay, today is Sunday, January 7th. I am so just getting into the new year and dates and days because of the holiday being during the week. So I am using Crumb Cake and Mossy Meadow. And so first of all, I'm just going to take, this is kind of, I don't know what you would call that, but I'm just going to kind of stamp that in my crumb cake all over. And then we're doing the little dots in Mossy Meadow. Okay. So then this is a piece, I will die cut this out for you because we are not using a featured set. And I'm just going to take my green glue and put a little bit on each of my petals. You don't need the whole thing, you know, so if you're like, I want to save some of it, you can. And just putting that right on the side there. Hopefully I got all of them that I needed. Glue on. Maybe add a little bit more here. Then I'm just going to take and snip off flush there. Okay. Like I said, you still have some little pieces, so even if you wanted to kind of, let me get the card the right way. If you wanted to put them, you know, like on the card like that, you could. Okay, so we're going to take that and layer that onto our crumb cake. And then we're going to layer that onto our mossy meadow. This is such a fun set. And there is a die. Let me see if I've got it here. There is a die here in this one. That would be so cute. If I can get it out of here. Kind of stuck down there by tape. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so say that I cut out in my cardstock like that. So I had all these holes. And we are going to be using this leather trim. You actually could thread that through there. So like any ribbon, you know, so I mean, it'd just be really cute to thread that through. So like I said, this is a die that is in there. So think of this, how ways that you could do that. So get that back on there. Hi Velma. Hi Roberta. Hi Kim. Hello from cold and snowing Wyoming. You know, it's weird. We don't have any snow here yet, just a light dusting, which is kind of unusual for Wisconsin. My husband likes to ride snowmobile, and so he has just been itching at going snowmobiling. My son actually won a snowmobile last year. Have you ever heard of the group? It's called Sea Boys TV. And they do drawings. And my son won a snowmobile from them last year. So he's got a snowmobile to ride this year and can't go. So I just tied this leather trim into a bow. Just really pretty easy. It's pretty neat stuff to work with. So on the other part, there's me going, no, I don't want it to snow. I like it not being snowy and having to drive in it, and technically I really don't have to drive anymore because I work from home all the time. Okay, so if you have a $35 order, remember that you are going to get, let me get some of these stamp pads out of the way. You are going to get to make 2 of each of the cards. You're going to get a total of 6 cards. So if you have a $50 order this time, you are going to get these little cork pieces. They're just really cute. There. Isn't that just such a fun, cute card? And easy. So these cork rounds are really neat. They're kind of, they stick up a little bit. Whoops, sorry, I was off the camera. So this is your first card. So like I said, here's me going, no, I don't want it to snow. So now this card, we are going to be using from the Celebration catalog. So we're going to use 2 sets actually from this catalog, and you could use just one. So I am using the Softly Sophisticated over here. This one also comes with an embossing folder. Now, I did use that embossing folder on this card, get a hold of it. See, it's got kind of a neat texture to it. And then I'm also using the detailed dogwood. So these are, like I said, these are items that if you have a $50 or $100 order, you can get to pick items from here. So, and this goes through January and February. So, okay, so let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is take our white cardstock and fold that right in half. Oh, my boys might have to go to Wyoming. Don't tempt them right now, how bad they want to go riding. Tanner, just because he didn't have a snowmobile, he didn't have any clothes. So he went out and got some clothes. So now he's got all these clothes and he doesn't have a snowmobile. Or doesn't have any snow. So it was, you know how it goes. Okay, so I just have a little piece of white cardstock here. I'm going to take my Memento ink and just ink this up. It's a little bit bigger, that's why I'm putting the scrap paper down there. Okay. And well, I've got this here. I have and this is a label punch that I used in the, it's in the big catalog. Just going to get out my paper piercing pad. You just get such a nicer image if you use the pad when you stamp with your photopolymer inks. You know, I'm not saying always that you won't get a good image without it, but if I am ever having trouble or if I'm at a class and somebody is having problems, and so we grab the pad, it usually clears up the problem right away. Okay, so we're just going to take our cardstock here and layer it onto our Mossy Meadow. Not very often I use the same colors like Mossy Meadow. It's a really pretty color though. I really like that color. And just layer that onto our card base. So now remember that Celebration is going on right now, and there are a couple really neat things. So I'm just going to kind of put this here. Well, I'm going to color. So if you sign up in January or February, you can get option A, the glass mat, which is awesome. I love that. I don't have it out here today, but I do use it quite a bit. I used it right on it, and you can wipe it right off. It is really nice when you're doing your background stamps. You don't have to worry about there being like voids and you're not getting a nice image. There's just so many things that you can use that for. So that is option A, or there's option B, and you can actually get $30 more in free. So instead of picking out just $125, you're going to get $155. And that is, again, still for $99. So, and then for joining, you get to join my team. We do fun things. We're actually having a gathering. We do our gatherings on Zoom. So it's really nice that you don't have to be local to be in my group. And hopefully tomorrow night I will have a bunch of cards to share with everybody. I participate in swaps with other demonstrators. And so then when I get them, I always share them. And I always tell them, make sure you have your cameras ready, take some pictures, because there's always some really neat cards. A lot of this is really pretty black, but I just fill it in with the green. But like I said, that is through the end of February, so okay, so we have that. Just put some adhesive, whoops. Also, I wanted to mention to you, I forgot to tell you guys this last week. And if you have an order anytime in January, I will send you a tutorial to make 10 cards that are from the new catalogs. So they're all new ideas. So you don't want to miss that. I know somebody placed an order and I had forgotten to talk about it last week. And so then I hurry up and sent them out to everybody right away. Okay, so I just put dimensionals on the back there. And we're just going to put that right there. Now this is the new ribbon that is also in the celebration. Look at how it's kind of wrinkled, how neat it is. Hi Patty, hi Darcy. So we're just going to take and tie a bow. This ribbon is really pretty. So like I said, this is one of the items that you can get for free. Oh. Just getting out my glue dots again. And we're just going to put that one right there at the bottom. The ribbon is really kind of fluffy. It's pretty though. So that is your second card. Okay, so now I just have to clear things out of here a little bit. This one's kind of got a lot of pieces. I'm going to be doing a lot of things. Okay, where is my, there it is, it's stuck to my stamp. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, okay, so we are using, I better show you this. We are using an Enduring Beauty stamp. And it is on page 38. So this also has, it also has masks that we can do stuff with. So I'm going to kind of show you some fun things to do with them tonight. So like I said, that's on page 38. There is also a die with it. I'm not using the die, but you very easily could use the die with what I'm doing. Just make it even prettier. Like I told you, I have a lot of pieces, plus I have to get my heat gun in here. Okay, and one thing you're gonna see, I have a little mark on the bottom of mine. That is how I marked at the bottom, and all of your masks have like a little notch taken out of them. So I always call that then my bottom. So that's kind of how I am lining mine up. So we're just going to take and ink that up with our Versamark. that right in the middle there. Then we're coming back with our white. Actually, I think it looks pretty good. Okay. So then I have my heat tool here. And I always, when I heat it, I always just hold it in one area. When I can see that it starts to turn, then I start to move it. Because you don't want to go like this, because you kind of get here, there, wherever, and you don't necessarily get everything embossed. That's a good way to kind of, to miss stuff. So just kind of go around. And always look to see if it's shiny. If it's shiny, then you know it's embossed. If it's not, you just want to zap it a little bit with the heat there. And with this one, I've noticed, always kind of look at the tips, because the flowers are so big that you want to make sure that you get the tips of them. Okay, so we got that. So I'm just going to let that sit there. Kind of get some, you can feel a little bit of grid on my table there. So we're just going to take our white cardstock, fold that in half. So put that aside. And then with the oval punch, I did white and Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to use my Garden Green. And this is from the stamp set here that I'm using, the Verses. So they have some really cute ones in there. Sticking. There you go. Okay. If anybody has any questions, okay, can you hear my sound? I know Kathy was saying the sound you couldn't hear. Hi Cindy. Sharon, you want to know where I got my stand for my heat tool? I was to an event in St. George, Utah, and this lady's husband made these. They're really light. It's really light. It looks like it's really heavy. So when I seen it, and then he goes, oh, I sell them. And so then I got it. I'm thinking, how am I ever going to get this home in my suitcase? It's going to be like really heavy, but it's pretty light. But it's just nice. Your heat tool just sits right there. I always told my husband, I said, you could make one of those pretty easy. Just the angle iron, that just looks like some of your decorative pieces that you buy in some of your hardware stores. Circle, and then just a circle fits your heat tool. And it works perfect. I love this. Okay, on to the next thing. Let me kind of get... Okay, so we've got our cardstock here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on my paper there. So I've got that. So now these are all of the pieces that will layer and do some fun things. So first of all, we're going to start off with, and it just takes a little bit to kind of get it going. And just bear with me for a second here while I kind of, okay, so I got it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just draw that there. I should have opened this up. Okay, so I'm using 30 Flamingo. And again, just lining that up there. That lines up. Okay, so we're just going to take this and I'm going to pounce that off in there and then just go out there. Okay, so we've got that. Don't want a lot on there. So that one is done. So now we're going to come back. So this one is the leaves. So we're going to come back to this one. And again, line it up there. So then we're going to come and we're going to go a little bit darker. Okay. Isn't that cool? Okay, and let me do one more with this color. See where I just put the little bit of adhesive in the back there? It holds it into place. So now this one I'm going to come back. I'm using the same colors. Flirty Flamingo. Did it really light. Did a little bit darker. Now I'm doing it really dark. There. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. So now then we're gonna, oh, you can hear Kim? Okay. Darcy, you're my sound check person. Darcy's the one, we always laugh when we started this, or I should say when I started this. I was having troubles with going sideways. Oh, I want to do this one. And it always went sideways on me. So I would always say, okay, watch it and see how it goes. And she would let me know. She goes, oh, it's sideways again. So we always kind of laughed about it. Okay, so this one we're going to take, again, and just go off. I just want it to be light. And this is Garden Green. I must have moved it just a little bit. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to come back with this last one. Line it up here. Hopefully I'll try not to move it this time like I did last time. This one's off a little bit because I moved the other one. Okay, so this one, now I want darker. And the thing is, there is also, like I said, dies for these. So you can use the dies and line these up really cool. You know how you can cut that out. long. Isn't that cool? So pretty. Like I said, I moved this one a little bit when I did that one. Wasn't paying attention. That's what happens when you're talking. And you all can probably vote with me with that one. Okay, so now we're just going to take and we'll assemble our card. Okay. And then with our little pieces here, we're going to use some dimensionals. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? The last card, I didn't put those rounds on. Those cork rounds. I'll go back and do that. I just gotta look at it sitting there. I'm like, oh, I forgot to put them on. Okay, so I did here. And then let's put a couple in the back on our little tag. Okay, and grab my pen. So what is everybody thinking of this mini catalog? This is amazing. I love it. It's got so many cool things. So we'll come back here. And put some rounds on there. Okay, so there's our card. Isn't it like so cool? Let me grab this one. So now, as always, I ask you what cards you like best. Okay, so like I said, when you place an order of $35, you are going to get, oh, where did I do the other card? Oh, there it is. So if you place a $35 order, you are going to get the product to make 2 of each of these cards. You have a $50 order, I am going to throw in these cork rounds for you. So you will need those just if you want to do the ad on there. And you have until Friday, January 12th to place your orders. Loving it. I believe I need the stencil. I know. Cindy, isn't it amazing? It's so cute. It's just, and like I said, by using those little notches in there, putting in a little bit of adhesive, mine I goofed up because I was talking, but then I just lined it up there so I always could. And they line up perfectly. And you don't have to use them all. But I used Flirty Flamingo. That's the only color I used. And look at how cool it looks. But think of it if you use different colors. You know, you could use a couple of different, you know, yellows and stuff in there. And you could do some really fun things with that. But, so, we're going to vote now. Card 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you like? What's your favorite one tonight? So remember that when you get this, you place your orders by Friday, January 12th. Then the kit will go out the following Tuesday. So anybody that placed orders when we did our class last Friday. See, I told you I'm all goofed up on my days with the holiday. Last Sunday, those kits will go out in the mail on Tuesday. Then your tutorials will be emailed to you. Same that will happen to these. You can place your orders till Friday. Then the kit and the tutorials will go out the following Tuesday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. And you choose 3. But I am going to tell you too, be sure and comment. I want everybody to comment, because if you comment, I'm going to send you these 3 cards. I'll pick somebody and I will message you and I will send you the card. So that's what we're going to do this week. Be sure and share too. So you can get entries in for sharing. You can get entries in for commenting. So, Patty, you like 3. Kim, you like 3, 1, and 2. Okay, anybody else? It's not showing up right now for me. But also remember that if you don't have the catalog, thank you, Judy, for sharing. If you don't have the catalog, message me, and then I will send you a copy of, we have these 2 new catalogs right now. We have the Celebration, and we have the Mini. So, and these are good until, this one's good until April, but you have 2 months to get the Celebration items. And like I said, this was cards that were all made out of the Mini, the Celebration, and then the Mini. So we got some different cards from each book. So remember, go to my lisastamps.com. You want to be sure and use this host code. So you use the host code BFGXAV4T, and I will send you the card kit. Be sure and use that, because that's kind of how I know how it goes for who gets the kits when that pops up. So, oh, Patty, you need a Celebration catalog? Okay. I will mail you one tomorrow. I got your address. Thank you, Cindy, for sharing. Darcy, you like number 3? So, yes, I think they're really pretty cards. This catalog has some amazing product in it. So, I mean, it's just, this cow, I kind of looked at that and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I need it. And I seen a pretty card at a meeting one night, and I'm like, okay, I need that. It was so stinking cute. So, but there's some really cute items in this catalog. So, it's like, here's that leather trim, and that's really neat too, to kind of trim, to cut, you know, and to tie knots with. It's kind of got a little bit of gold flick to it. I don't know if you can see that. So it's really pretty. But if it's like I said, here are your cards. And hopefully everybody enjoyed tonight. Got some new ideas. Probably, maybe added some things to your wish list. So, but remember too, if you have a $50 order, there are things in this catalog that you can pick out. Papers, there's dies in here. And then some items are, if you have a $100 order, you can pick out some things. So don't forget that when you place your orders. So if you have a $50 order, and then you're going to get the rounds, you're also going to get a Celebration. But if you have a $100 order, there's things you can pick out of there too. And like I said, for any of these cards, you know, like say like, okay, I don't have that stamp set, or I don't have that embossing folder. This embossing folder, this will be done for you though. You know, you can use anything you have. This one, unfortunately, you would need that one to do that. So, but thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Be sure and watch my, everything will be loaded tomorrow. But also check out my lisastamps.com and go there, because I always will share new card ideas there too. So, well, hopefully everybody enjoyed the cards tonight. Remember, you have until Friday, January 12th at midnight to get your orders in, so you can get the card kits. And then you will get the tutorials how to make them. Then, just for placing an order in January, and you have to place an order online, then you get my tutorial that has 10 cards, and the 10 cards are all from this new catalog. So, well, thank you everybody for joining me tonight, and you have a great day, and hopefully it doesn't snow too much in Wyoming, or it's not too cold for you there. But thank you everybody for joining us, and I will see you next Sunday. Thanks, and have a great night. Bye-bye.